Hello, it's John. Hey, let's just get things complicated. Can't do too many easy reels in a row. People think you don't know what you're doing. This is a Diawa Procaster TMA35SL lefty. Got the flipping switch. One of the neat things about this reel is this unique that's the anti-reverse. This is the flipping switch. No, that's the bait clicker. Okay, it doesn't have a flipping switch. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's really rough. There's something wrong with the gears, but it's got this unique casting system. See how those jaws, the level line, the line guide spreads. It's allow free casting, and then when you go to crank, they pick the line back up. So it does have mag control, made in Japan. So it's a pretty cool dial. It is a plastic seat and frame. I'm not a fan there, but well, anyway, we could pick it apart all we want to. Let's just pick it apart. How about that? It's got a snap ring on it, so let's try not to lose that. It's not really like a snap ring. It's like a hog ring. Those are hard to get off. You don't give you any place to really get a hold of them. Don't lose that. You'll never find that at the hardware store. Look at that. An impossibility at the hardware store. My local True Value Hardware has a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I save reels all the time with the stuff they sell. Well, there's a shim. That's an unusual place. Remember where that goes. Don't even look right, but we're going to go back with the way we found it. Handle washer. Push your drag will go off in reverse. If I can get it to move, that's not right. Did they do the dragging? Out of the gun. Okay. Okay. That's weird. The drag's backwards on this lefty. Okay. Well, whatever. Go with what you got, right? Hold the spool. That ain't gonna work. I think it's a bit aggravating there, I believe. Interesting. Drag is reversed for some reason. I don't know why. I don't design them. I just repair them. Makes it harder to get apart. Okay. All right, that's a good one, Dial. Appreciate that. I think I got a couple of vintage rods. This reel might work really nice on. Go ahead and take this spool cap off. Got a couple of shims down in there, or at least one. Got one shim and one rubber pad. That's all of it. 2 thumb screws. This end comes off. Don't have to do a lot to this. I'm just going to clean it up good. There's not a bearing or anything in there. Clean that good. Here's your spool with some leftover line. I'll try to get that off real quick. Be careful when you're using knives. They'll send you to ER real quick. Watch me cut myself. There we go. I always try to cut away from the spool so I don't scratch the spool. That's where your mag control works. Let's see how that works over here when we get to it. There's no bearings in this reel that I see. Disappointing. I don't think this is one of their higher grade reels though. So got 2 screws in here. We'll take them out. Gearbox. Like I said, I got a couple old vintage rods. I might stick one of these on. I don't think this reel will stay in my collection. I think I'll probably end up taking it to flea market, trade meet, or swap meet, whatever you want to call them. Hmm. Interesting. I don't want to come off of there. Something's still holding it. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. The gearbox doesn't want to come free from the. All right, what am I missing here, folks? Screw there, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Remember how this is on the lower hole. We're going to take that off of there. See if that has anything to do with it. Hopefully I don't lose that. That might have been it. Yep, that was it. Okay. Joke's on me. That. All right, we'll come back to this. See how that went. We got documentation of that. Good picture of that. That little indentation is there. Because these have to come apart. It's really grungy up in here. I got to clean it. So this could come out. It went through both of them. Go ahead and take this snap ring out right here. Reclip, I'm sorry. Gosh, don't fly on me. There's not many ways I can get my thumb over that. Off. Got to get that cap off of there. Bigger screwdriver here. At least they gave me a metal cap. Unlike Shimano, who doesn't believe in giving metal caps. Now there is shim down in there. Let's really complicate things. There's a little shim. Only one. That spring came off, so we'll put that right there before it goes flying somewhere. There's the pawl. It needs to come out. Pretty grungy, but not worn out. That all comes out as a unit. We'll clean that. This can come out this way. Off, and then what you got left is there's a big spring in there, and you got your 2 arms. We're going to take those out of there. This pin's got to come out. Don't lose that snap, that little E-clip. That sucker will never be found anywhere. I guarantee you, even Diawa doesn't carry that. If they did, I'd be real surprised. It is. That pin can come out. Then these guys can don't want to lose the spring. Spring comes out. Things are nasty, man. And that's the whole level line unit. And the frame is done. Yeah, that wouldn't but a couple parts, right? Oh, Lordy. Okay. Oh, what kind of hell on earth do we have right here? This ought to put those two screws out, but didn't want to pop apart. For why I didn't want to pop apart. Need to be able to service this side of the reel. It's pretty rough. So you replace for it to apart. Maybe that's holding it together. Gosh, I hope not. Okay, what you can do is, yeah, that's what was holding it. That one screw right there. I know I'm mumbling because this thing's leaving me mumbling. Good day. Oh, that's what was holding it apart. One screw right there. Going to go flying apart. There's got spring pressure on it from somewhere. Put that right there. That's going to be fun to get back on there, isn't it? This thing reminds me of a luge for some reason. Come back to that in just a second. This plastic cap comes. That's just a bushing or a bearing. There it is. Dirty as hell, but there it is. You got two springs. Get them out of there before they find their way out. Let's take the stack out of here. We got plastic bushing, spring washer, flat washer, shim, drag stack. Drag looks brand new. Ain't been smoked, that's for sure. You see that the anti-reverse dog's got to come up with that. So get up under it right here. Remember how it goes. Got the camera on it, so it'll be known. There's a shim underneath all that. I'm not gonna go too much further with this thing. There's how that dog goes. Go ahead and take that apart, clean that good. Now we'll take this off. We'll take the yoke with the pinion. And there's a bushing there. I'm not gonna bother to take that out. We'll clean this by hand and re-lubricate it. Have one drag washer here to try to get out of there without damaging the washer or the gear. Oh, it came right out. We're good there. Drag washers were just really dry. You can see the stuff down in there. It's going to have to be scrubbed with a brass brush. I might have a brass brush right here. Let's see. Yeah, I got a brass brush over to cleaning equipment. I'll clean that out good. But that thing was grease choked, chunks in it. So we'll clean that up. It's going to be a nice reel. I can't do a whole lot for some of it, but it'll be a nice reel. So, with that said, I will be back. Hey, this is John. I'm back. I got this pretty cool old Magforce cleaned up. If we can't have a couple little spots on it. Still pretty gunky. It's pretty nasty. I think this level line was what was causing this reel to run slow. It was really, you can tell there it was gunked up. I didn't do a very good job. I ran it through the ultrasound, but so we're just going to do a little finalized cleaning on it here. We'll get it shined up and running good. Along. A little bit of gunk down in it. I use these little brushes. They come in a gun cleaning kit. I've got a couple of them now because I got one I use for reels and one I use for guns, firearms, I should say. Pretty well. My cleaning equipment doesn't get warm enough is what my problem is. It's so cold down here. Hard to get the heat into it. It takes an hour to get the machine warmed up. But we'll get through it. This here, I cleaned it as a unit. It's pretty nice. It come out good. I'm going to spray some ballistol in here to loosen keep all this stuff loose for years. This is a non-ball bearing reel, so yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. But it's a lower end reel, you get what you get, you know. Might have been a blister pack reel or something like that. You almost bet if you go into a tackle shop and it's hanging on the wall in a blister pack, it's not going to be high quality. It's just the way it is. I'm not a reel snob. I've got some cheap reels that do better than expensive reels. I'm just saying that packaging is a lot of it. I think that's enough to get us started here. Like I said, I'm going to take this ballistol, mix it up good. We'll spray this. Ambassador calls it a brake plate. I'm not sure what Diawa calls it, but this stuff, it's great stuff, but it does have a stink to it. Some people like it, some people don't. I happen to like the way it smells. It's got like a liquish type smell to it. Okay. These, if you recall, They go up in here like this. And there's a spring in between them. This is going to be a barrel of freaking fun. Hopefully the spring don't go flying on me. I had trouble getting it out, so can't imagine putting it back in. It'll be a whole lot of fun either. This is the coolest feature about this reel. I have to say, this is a really neat feature. To be able to have that line guide slip out the way it does, that's just too cool. What I'm trying to do is put the spring back in between those two line guides, and then this piece here all the way through. Now that's locked in; those can't go anywhere. And took this little bitty snap ring here, little bitty. I've already dropped it. Good day. Put this over the mat. That's a small one there. That's not normal for human hands to have to handle something that small. Look at that thing. Try it with the pliers. At least get it in place. All right, got that. The next thing I got to figure out is this. I didn't look to see which way it went, so this may take a couple of tries here. That bar goes in the top and it goes through those two line guides. So those line guides will slide, but they naturally want to flip to the outside. Okay. I think I've got this right. I don't know. Actually, I think it goes the other way. This frame looks like it would work for a left or right hand reel. No, it won't. It's different. Okay, well, let's move on. This goes in. It has the gear side has to go over here. This shim came out inside of there. It's going to take some trial and error because I really don't know. Really don't know which way it went. Unfortunately. Don't think my video is going to be good enough to show it. I think it goes like this. being careful to get it back together good. I'm pretty sure that shim went in right there. I don't remember this being like this. It's turned wrong though. Definitely turned wrong. It's way around. This might even be turned. Oh, that wasn't a great thing. Shim on the inside fell out. God. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to start all over again. That shim center up. I messed that up. See that shim right there? Fell off. This is a complicated reel, and it kind of happens to be that way sometimes. Stay. Everything will fall apart on it. All right, got the shim back in place. That went on there like that. That goes right there. But in this E-clip will go. What a complicated little reel. This part of it anyway. The rest of it's pretty simple. And if I lose this clip, I'm just going to cut the film off and walk away because there's no point in going any further. I like the way that clip is trying to settle in there. It's perfect. This thing just doesn't want to stay. Okay, so where I'm having a problem with this had a spring on it. Right here it is. It went down to something right there. Oh, okay. There. Okay, we'll put that on last then. So those two go together. Well, let's try this thing here. That in there and spin it. Okay, that's working. And the cap can go down on top. Thank you for the metal cap, Diawa. Shimano. Let's put a plastic cap on something that's important, knowing it ain't going to last. Hmm. Now this is, see, it goes back together. What I'm looking at is what releases them for cast. Okay, so it pushes forward. Okay, I think I got it right, folks. All right, well, that's a good thing. Cool beans. All right, let's, that damn thing. Look at that. This doesn't want to stay. All right, we're gonna set that aggravation aside for a minute. We know those go together. Let's build this thing back together. Got it all sprayed down. Shim dropped it first thing. Shim goes back on right here. Shim goes in like this. It locks into. You don't need any grease or oil on this thing. You're better off not, as it works off of friction. But see how that goes like that, and it whole shaft slides down. That slides on there. Let's give it some oil. There. Well, I gave it a little bit of oil, probably more than I should have. It'll be okay. Right. We'll do a little bit of grease right there where the yoke rides on that jack plate. Your yoke has two little ramps on it. They go down and back towards. You got to go ahead and put your pinion in here. So your pinion goes in. Grease that up good. It does spin in there all the time. Little grease going all the way around it. Didn't want to get grease down inside there. And I'll tell you why. Your spool shaft runs through there. Grease is slow. Oil is fast. You want something to cast good, don't put grease on it. That will go in there just like that. Okay. Two springs will go on top of that. We'll put those in before we put the top on it. Now, the drag, the main gear, that little snout or false or whatever, it goes down. Okay. We're going to grease the drags. They were pretty damn dry. This was the bottom drag or the inner drag. Nothing wrong with the original drags in this thing. They seem to be in really good shape. They're not even really dirty. I'll go in there just like that. Oh, I do it every time. Get some grease on it. Now, Cal's is it's a real grease too. You can use it pretty much through the whole reel as a grease. Uh, they make cold weather. If you live in cold climates, they make the purple, which is won't slow your reel down too bad. This is more for, I live in Virginia. The coldest it gets is what it is right now in the teens. And I don't fish in the damn teens. You people up north fish in cold weather, y'all a different breed. My body shuts down when it gets this cold. So hats off to you. I guess I should have been born in Florida, which I like Florida. Got that done. Florida has some freaking premium fishing in it. Oh, that outer drag washer. Look, it's coming together, isn't it? You had the press plate, okay. Shim, then you had your concave convex washers. They oppose each other to create a spring for your drag. That's for the pressure from the drag. I should rephrase how I said that. And then that piece goes on, plastic spacer. Now here on cover, it took this little guy here goes in there, the bushing. You have this cap has this rubber piece in there. I'll give it just a little bit of oil. It's like a cushion. And a shim. Look at this thing coming together. Pretty neat little reel for a cheaper reel. It's pretty cool. That on there. Thread started on it. Okay. All right. This gets 2 springs. Right. 2 little bitty small screws. Everything else in this, everything else goes to the handle and drag. This bad boy goes on just like this. Springs are on there. It'll kind of snap into place. And we'll put these 2 small screws in there. Yeah. Need 3 hands. Let's use my screw setter. That. Now I can let go of it. Went back to the doctor yesterday, and it looks like I'm managing to stay out of the hospital for a little bit longer. But still issues. Getting old sucks. And then this thing here will just dump the screw out of it. Figure out which way it goes. It goes like that. And hopefully, if I did my job right, everything will work. I do believe I got it right, though. It was a 50-50 chance. We'll see. So my spacer fell out, of course. We'll put a little bit of grease on that handle shaft. Thread. The weird right-hand thread drag on a left-hand reel. That's a weird one. That's a first for me. Not gonna lie. That's a first. That'll hold everything together while I put it all together. So this will go in like this. Now, something to watch for is where this handle comes in and makes contact. Something got out of the line right there. We'll fix that. Something's out of line right there. Okay, that popped in place. You gotta make sure that your push button is lined up with your release inside the body. This guy here goes in, threads in right here. Okay. The spring was hooked into the bottom hole on that. and it goes back, and keep your fingers on it because it will want to go into orbit and you'll never find it, and you'll never find another one that's locked in. So let's just see how it works, if it works. Okay, let's spread them, right? It's coming back together. Okay, so I may not have it right. Yes, this is backwards. This guy right here is backwards. Okay. All right. Well, we'll fix it. So let's just take that screw out. I got to take it apart anyway. So yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing. I don't have a schematic. I don't know if a schematic would show me the direction of that piece. So it is what it is. Come on. I'd have bent that just a little bit. I want to bend that back. See, I stretched that out a little bit. That's not good. This can come off. Yeah, it's going to be a pain, but you know, you learn as you go with these things. Sometimes this little piece here has to be flipped around the other way. So what it is, when you go to cast, it flips it like this. Well, I had it flipping the wrong way, so or do I? Yeah, I still think it's the wrong way. Yeah, it's got to go the other way. Okay, well, it's okay. We'll get it. Y'all get to learn with me on my mistakes, so you don't make the same mistake. This piece could go either way, you know. So where did it go to? There it is. So you live and learn, right? The worst part about this is getting that snap ring back out there again. It's not gonna be fun. They don't like to. They don't like to be saved. They like to go into orbit. And aggravating part of fishing reels. Damn eclipse. It's gonna go flying. As sure as the world. Hey, I got it. Yeah, we'll just all fall apart. All fall apart. Shim in there somewhere, unless it stayed on the shaft. Let's do this. Let's go shaft. Shim's still in there. It's out part of the way. Take this and flip it over. Okay, and that can go back in there. Seriously? All right. Back to the small parts. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of grease to retain that little washer in there. It does not want to stay put. No, that's where it went. That might hold it in place a little better this time. That shim back in there. So it's fun. Some of the least expensive reels are some of the most complicated little boogers for whatever reason. I don't know why. They make it hard to put that snap ring in because it goes into a pocket for whatever reason. Went in better that time. Now I can put line guide, whatever, back in it. I always put them in there and just, yeah, there you go. It's in now. Cap can go on it. I've quit coffee. I don't use any caffeine in the morning due to my health situation. It's not with my heart, by the way. It has to do with my other things. But and working on fishing reels without any caffeine in you is not highly recommended. But anyway, uh, I get through it. I haven't cussed too bad yet, I don't guess. Always a good thing. I think I've got that where I'm ready to put the cover back on it. Oh no. This could go either way. I'm gonna put it in through this side. I think it's gunk on there. Must be something on my pad here. This goes in like this and recesses. It has to recess in there. Kind of holds all that stuff together. It's a guide bar. This goes in up there. Oh man, it just slid together that time. Jeez. We'll hold that while I put this in. This kind of holds the whole reel together right here. Now I gotta fix this. I kind of boogered that up a little bit. You see how I made a big lasso loop out of that damn thing? Oh, let's see if we can bend it back. Oh no, more snow here in the mountains. We're supposed to get it tomorrow night. Day being Thursday, it'll be Friday night's what they're saying. We shall see. Hold that just like that. Take one of these. I bent me a little eyeglass screwdriver to use for like a hook. Well, I wouldn't say it's as pretty as it should be, but it'll work. It's not going anywhere. Let's see what it does now. All right, picks that one up. It picks that one up. Hey, what's going on with that? Huh. It up then. Okay. Working. has its moments here. Right there. Right there. Not sure why. Almost like that little spring inside there's locked up on that one. Supposed to have like a little spring inside of it. Yeah, that's what it was. It was just a little gunked up or something. They're both working. Well, let's put it together and just pray. Your spool goes in. We will put a little bit of go fast on that end of the spool. A little drop of go fast on there. This goes on. Put your thumb screws down. Go ahead and put the handle on it. Get a handle on it. It's this handle washer. The handle. Him. We can go ahead and put the nut on it first. Right hand threads on left hand reel. Don't get it. Don't get it, Daiwa. I guess some engineer knows more than my dumb ass does. Like that. Got to kind of get them lined up. A point should be going towards that hole. That's how they usually work. You can imagine that was that much different over there, although they do have right hand threads on left hand reel. I guess the left hand threads would cost too much. Don't fly. And put your screw in there. The reel's complete. Whether it's going to work right or not, I'm not sure. It's got something weird going on with that level line up there. Wipe it down good. Got a lot of oil coming out of it. I oiled it down pretty good. Dad drags his ass backwards. It's just ass backwards. I couldn't use that thing. I don't know why somebody would do that. Like I said, somebody knows more than I do. It's a lot looser than it was. It's a lot smoother than it was. Work those drags in. Look at that. Not super smooth though, I'll say. I got the spool too tight. That's part of the problem. Oh boy. I had the spool way too tight. Look at that. It's got a little hiccup in it there every once in a while where it gets really tight from over. See right there? That has to do with this. There's something going on with this. That was like that when I got it. It was doing that. I remember in the beginning of the video, I had that issue with it. I don't know why it's doing that. Something seems too tight. Yeah. Let's look at it. That shim that I put at the end of that shaft may actually go up under that level line pawl, because it could go either place. Kind of went with what I had there. You see that shim right there? It might be holding everything a little too tight out there. Weird. It's better without the mag side on. So what does that tell me? And that's, look how bent that's not supposed to be like that. That's significantly worse over just normal use there. I don't know why it's doing that. Shouldn't be stretching that damn hard. Got a couple issues with this thing. I think that's too stiff. I think that's why it's, take this damn shim out. We always take a risk of losing the damn E-clip, but I think that shim's wrong for it right there. I don't think it's needed right here. Oh boy. Now my problem is getting that back out. Get the E-clip back on. Like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. No schematics on this reel. Some of these reels is almost impossible to find the right schematic. If you do find the right schematic, will it be detailed enough to see how everything exactly goes back together? That's a question mark. That's much better. That's much better. So that shim probably went inside this cap. I think that's where I messed up. We'll see. We'll see if it fits. Works, I believe. Maybe. A little bit of slop in there now, but okay, we will pull that back over that. Cover back on. And we'll see if we got it fixed. I had to decide what I'm going to do with this reel. Not real happy with it at the moment, obviously. I've got so many left-hand reels in my collection right now. Hundreds, literally hundreds. I'm an ambassador guy, so yeah. See, it's just got a weird hang up in it sometimes. Like, see there, just really odd. It has something to do with this cover. You go fast, it doesn't do it. When you slow down, it doesn't seem to change whether you have it on 10 or 0. Well, that one sure didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I didn't fix it. It was like this when I got it. So it might be a design flaw with the reel. It's all working right. Let's see if the anti-reverse. Yeah, that's on and off. We'll see. Bait clicker. That's kind of nice to have. Be a good little catfish reel, but it's got to be smoother. And even catfishermen like their reel smoother than that. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know. The reel doesn't even free spool very well. Yeah, no, I got it on 0. Just kind of odd. Really, really hung up right there. Like it's just all way too tight. I don't know. It works and functions, but it's like a bushing in there is not working. It's not spinning good. It's not spinning inside the bushing. It's spinning the whole bushing. See, that's not good. If you get it going, it's smooth. But if you slow down, it's real choppy. And watch when I take the mag cover off. Just take this side plate off. Take the spool out of it. It's not on the gear side. Look at that. I mean, that's glass. So it could be a bent shaft. Honestly, I believe it is. Hang on just a second. Big shafts. Look at that. Bent shaft. So what do you do to fix that? Well, It right there. Made it worse. Look at that. Let's see if that don't fix it. Somehow, somewhere along the line, spool shaft got bent on. Bad about that on pin reels. I fix a lot of pin reels with bent spool shafts. Oh my goodness. Look at that, folks. It went from junk to ready to fish. Now, what bent that spool shaft? Well, could have been a hard hook set, you know, with braided line. It had braided line on when it came into me. It had way too heavy braided line on it. Braided line has no forgiveness to it. Your equipment better be primo. When you set into it, you have a hard hook set, you know, hard fighting fish hits your line, bam, you know, that could have been enough to bend that shaft. That's a whole nother fishing reel now. Watch that. How smooth that is. Okay, I'm gonna keep it now. Yeah, that's a nice reel. That one was going to get sold for $1 or $2 a few minutes ago, and the revelation I had inside my brain said that might just be a bent spool shaft. So there it is. That's a nice little Diawa Procaster. I like it. Anyway, this is John, Vintage Fisherman. Come on back if you want to see me fumble through another fix. I'm good at fumbling through fixes. But that went really well, actually. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This one I won on at the last minute. It was a tied up ball game, 5 seconds left on the clock, and I threw a Hail Mary, and the fool caught it. I'll take it. This is John, Vintage Fisher. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see some more, get notified of more videos. I post videos every Wednesday and every Saturday for now. I may go to one a week pretty soon, because it's, with me being in and out of the hospital and sick and trying to work, it's been difficult to find time to do these reels. And so I may just go back to one a week at some point, but for now I'm still doing 2 a week. So come on back and join me in a couple of days. You'll see another video. It's John, Vintage Fisherman. Y'all take care.